I am personally very concerned about YouTube science and YouTube researchers and YouTube scientists in general when it comes to nutrition. And of course, I like to promote a raw vegan diet, a raw food diet. So I don't like clearly the people that talk about a raw food diet as being, there's no science behind it, because they've went onto PubMed or Google and they've typed in science behind a raw food diet and they can't find any studies that come up. Or they find a study that shows when we cook food we get more of this nutrient or more of that antioxidant or more of this. And some of the claims that raw fooders have made over the years, people make videos supposedly showing the science that demolishes all of that. And once again, what they do is they take one study that they found, or maybe they get a couple of studies, it doesn't really matter, but I don't know. First off, I've never heard a scientist, when they're absolutely sure of something, will be very hedged, will still be a little bit hedged on it, like this tends to suggest, or we're pretty sure of this, or whatever, there's enough evidence to show basically we're pretty sure this is right, but we can never say 100%. I don't know if there's any scientific statements of that nature where they've got together and sort of taken all the information, all the research, all the greatest minds have come together and showed that raw vegan diet isn't better than other diets. I don't think that kind of analysis has been done. One thing that we do know, once again, these are all things that are, you break down things, and then when you use science, you start to break things down into very small different sections. Many years ago, the chemistry of food and cooking and stuff was measured and so on. So we know that, very simply, when we cook food, we destroy nutrients. We reduce the vitamins because we know the different levels of heat that vitamins can take before they start to break down. So within the food, the nutrition that we need, we're compromising it by cooking it. It's very, very simple fact. It's a very, very simple thing. It's something that was shown and studied a long time ago. If we start increasing food beyond the levels of warmth that are within our own body, and beyond that, then we are going to start damaging it. And I'm not sure why people who eat cooked food or eat a lot of cooked food or whatever want to argue against raw food and try and use that. What you tend to find is that people who eat a conventional diet, if you brought that up to them and said, well, if you said to them, you do know that when you cook your food you destroy, nutrients, nutrition gets destroyed, they would agree with you on that. Most people would say they've heard that and they believe that to be true. Of course, they've not died yet, so it doesn't cause that much of a problem to them that they're going to make any change. But what people don't realise is obviously the formation of carcinogenic materials in certain cooking processes. But just in that very simple nature, we know that. We understand if we boil something, we're destroying it, and that's part of the whole point of cooking. We're taking something, we can't eat it, we can't digest it, we don't have the teeth, the jaws, the enzymes to digest it, so we break it down with a lot of heat in order to make it digestible to us, and then we add other things to it to make it more appetizing and so on. So we have to be honest with ourselves. When you're doing that, does it not show you how ridiculous it all is, really? There's so many arguments against the raw vegan diet that don't make sense. There's no show me the populations that eat a raw food diet. Well, show me an animal that doesn't eat a raw food diet. always one out of 600,000 or whatever throughout history. And even we didn't always eat cooked food. There was a time that we started eating cooked food. So for millions of years before that, and millions of years is really, really hard to it's impossible for us to imagine how long that period was of uninterrupted probably fully raw vegan diet. So the fact that people have been eating cooked food for tens of thousands of years, or 10,000 years or whatever, or here's an archaeologist saying that they've got a fire 100,000 years ago, it doesn't really say a lot, because we were eating raw food all that time as well. So and then it was much easier to do that in those climates. So that's some of my thoughts on that. But these people on YouTube, I don't understand, especially people that have tried the raw vegan diet and then they've went away from it. And often they've went away from it not for health reasons, but for kind of their own drama reasons, their own ideas. They've started to believe things that they've been told. I tend to continue to follow just the simple logic. I can't lie to myself the way some of these people can. I cannot lie. I cannot sit there and go, a potato is better than a banana. I just can't. I can't lie to myself like that. If I've got a banana there and I've got potatoes, I know which one's better. And I think everyone knows which one's better. That doesn't mean that people don't prefer to eat a cooked potato. But at one time it would have been an impossible choice. You either eat a raw potato or you eat a raw banana. No, you couldn't finish a raw potato. You could barely start eating a raw potato, but you're definitely not finishing it. You can try and eat meat, but you're not going to finish it. You know, you're not even going to finish it. You can try and eat bread. Take out the salt. Make your own bread and take out salt. Don't use any sauce. Don't add any butter. Don't add any oil. Don't add any vinegar. Don't add any fruit, any vegetables, and just eat. Try and eat a few pieces of bread. You won't be able to finish it. Uncooked rice, uncooked wheat, uncooked, you can't even eat these foods. It's not like it's not the preferred choice. It's like you literally can't do it. So we're taking foods that we literally can't eat, that our bodies, the design of the body, the pressures that were on the body that made it become designed in a certain way, what that's been made for is clearly not those foods. Clearly those were not a part of the diet. And then people will bring up, but we've got enzymes, certain enzymes for starch and stuff. We're a starch eater, we've got enzymes for starch. But there's starch in fruit, and I want you to try and eat an unripe banana, because that's starchy, and it's really unpleasant and hard to eat. So that shows the amount of starch we have. If we don't have the starch to eat an unripe banana, how do we have the starch to eat unripe or potatoes and anything else? To call ourselves starchivores. The truth is, we're breaking down that food so much that it's becoming soft, becoming pre-digested, and we can just basically swallow it. It's not the same. It's not the same kind of process. So if you make a choice to eat cooked food, you do that, and that's fine. You do what everyone else is doing. It's certainly not killing people, but what is it doing to your mind over time? What are those chemicals doing that we wouldn't have taken in those quantities? The foods that we wouldn't have eaten. Is there a reason, like a very big reason, that our body's saying, I don't want to eat that stuff? I would think about that. I think about being compassionate towards the body, understanding that it's not designed for certain things, that it puts it under stress to eat certain things. So we're not all perfect, but I would always tend to move towards, or suggest to move towards, a raw vegan diet and eating more raw food and more fruit. And to me, it just makes simple sense. Why not 100% if that's the best, if that makes sense. So I don't have the big study behind this, but I just can't see around the idea of people not just being honest with themselves, just being that simple honesty of saying, I'm eating cooked food, I know it's not the best, I'm choosing to do it, or I can't stop doing it, or whatever you want to say. But having that clear mindset of knowing that the raw vegan diet is possible for everyone is the best for everyone. For our planet, it would be the best. And I don't know what the implications are of eating even a whole food plant-based vegan diet, whole food plant-based diet. I've yet to meet someone that's eating a whole food plant-based diet, unfortunately. Maybe Dr. McDougall does, but all the people that I've met who claim to be on that, they're all eating junk food. They're all eating junk food. They all go down to, I don't know, Domino's Pizza and get vegan pizza and stuff like that. Donuts, vegan donuts, all this rubbish. So they eat absolute junk food, and then they say whole food plant-based diet is just as good as raw vegan diet. And you say, well, maybe it is, but you're not doing it. You know, how about you start practicing that and stop eating junk food every single day? So if you want to look at the science, you can, but I really think that the evidence must be shown on the side of the cooked food concept as being better than the raw food concept. The onus is on the side of the people with eating cooked food to find the benefits of eating cooked food over raw food, why cooked food's better, why it's healthier. And really I'm only talking about, is it healthier? And if it's not healthier, then why do it? What's the reason for doing it? So, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to this channel, ask more questions, and I'll give you some answers. And thanks for watching.